Hey everybody, I'm Rob Freeman and welcome back to Insuring the Built Environment. This is episode 157, and in this video we're going to be answering the question, do dash cameras lower the cost of your auto insurance? And we're going to be talking about three things in this video. Number one, why would an insurance company reduce the cost of your insurance if you had a dash cam? Number two, why do insurance companies care about things like dash cams and telematics systems? And number three, the state you live in and the laws in that state will affect how likely an insurer is to possibly give you a discount, and maybe even the size of the discount based on the laws in that state as it pertains to the amount of fraud in that state because of things like staged vehicle accidents and things like that by organized criminals who take advantage of what they call no-fault states. So anyway, we're going to talk about that stuff. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel right below here. And also, you can subscribe and you'll get notifications about whenever I post a new video. So the question is, do dash cams lower the cost of your auto insurance? And the short answer is that yes, they can, especially if you're a commercial auto insurance policy buyer. You have a fleet of insurance vehicles that you need insurance for. On the personal side, it's a little harder to get a discount for a dash cam, but many personal vehicle insurance companies will provide a discount for some sort of data tracking device that they put in your vehicle to basically monitor how the vehicle is driving, and it gives them additional information that they can use in the event of a claim. And so you may be conflating like a dash cam with some sort of a monitoring device that would track your speeding and track how fast your vehicle is, how quickly you brake, things like that. But for this purposes of this video, we're still going to be talking about dash cams and why they may be useful. So in certain no-fault states, a insurance company may be very interested in you installing a dash cam in conjunction with what they call a telematics system. Telematics is a name for basically a series of tracking technologies like a camera, GPS system, internal and external cameras, different sensors in your vehicle that will track things like how fast your vehicle is moving, whether you're speeding, how quickly you're braking, so picking up things like sudden stops, using GPS tracking, being able to provide communications, recording, voice recognition, efficiency tracking for things like monitoring fuel use and things like that. All these types of things give insurance companies data to help them prevent fraud. And fraud in the US is a huge problem for insurers. It is estimated that fraud is somewhere in the maybe $40 billion a year of additional cost for insurers. It's a huge problem. And by some estimates, it's costing the average homeowner about $400 to $700 a year in additional premiums just for insurance companies to have to deal with all that fraud. And, when they have a fraudulent system or a lot of fraud in a system, they have to absorb all that fraud, but then also the costs of inflation related to not only the cost of lawyer fees, defense costs, but also medical fees, the increased cost of insurance and cost of healthcare, the increased cost of repairing vehicles. Vehicles are very much like driving computers these days with all sorts of very expensive equipment in them. And when they break, the insurance company may not even be able to come out of pocket for that vehicle. They may have judged that the cost of repairing it is more than the cost of the vehicle. So they may say the vehicle is totaled. And so this is all by way of saying that insurers are looking for anything that they can do to help them reduce the costs of their having to deal with anything related to fraud. Now, in certain states, what they call no-fault states, the incidence of fraud is higher according to certain data. So this is information that I got from the R Street Institute study that they did showing 2023 staged accident counts. Staged accidents can be accidents that were verifiably staged or the ones that have the appearance of fraud. And it looks like in California, what I did was optimize these or normalize them according to the number of registered vehicles in the state. So per 100,000 registered vehicles, New York has 14.29 staged accidents per 100,000 vehicles. California has 17.31, and Florida has 6.53. So New York is right in there as one of the highest potentially states where fraud is a problem. And these are all what they call no-fault states. And what that means is that the insurance company doesn't need to prove liability to be on the hook for medical payments. Whereas in what they call tort states, of which there are 38 plus District of Columbia, that's where you have to prove liability before the insurance company is going to pay for the medical bills and other things like that. But in 12 states, which are no-fault states, of which California, New York, Florida, Michigan, some other ones, those are states where you are, you have a no-fault state where the cost of fraud may be higher than in other states. And so in those states, people know that the cost of auto insurance is going through the roof. And so insurance companies are looking for anything that they can find to reduce their cost related to those insurance claims. And so those are, that should pretty much in a nutshell. But, so if you have a dash cam, there are certain things that you can do in conjunction with a telematics system to reduce the cost of your insurance. But even if you just have a dash cam in your car, it's a personal choice, obviously, that dash cam could provide other benefits to you in the event of an accident where, say, you're in such a situation where someone was trying to stage an accident or get in an accident with you to get some sort of a payout or have some sort of a payday situation. If you have a dash cam, that can provide additional evidence in the event that that there was a situation where that wasn't your fault. And so the dash cam can provide additional benefits in that regard. And so at the end of the day, it may not provide a specific discount unless you're buying a commercial telematics program. And also one thing I should mention additionally is you should check with before you go signing up for a telematics program, make sure that your insurer is okay with that telematics program that you have in mind, because there are all sorts of telematics programs out there, but your insurance company may have ones that they approve or that they have on an approved list, or they may have a preference for a specific one, and you should call them first, call your broker, and make sure that the one that you want to use is on their list, because they may not allow you to get a discount unless you use their own program. If you have questions about commercial auto insurance, feel free to reach out. You can schedule an appointment with me at the link below this video or at my website, robfreeman.com. Thanks again for watching. I hope you found this useful, and have a great day.